Um, when did I start making the comic fan vids and AMVs? Well, I actually started about 2006, believe it or not. Basically what it was is, for about a year or so, I couldn't use the Windows Movie Maker. I don't know exactly what happened. So about a year or so later, it started working again, and I started making some fan vids. I actually started making them at the end of 2005 and continued on in 2006. And some of the fan vids / AMVs of the comics and things related to the comics that I did, really, just really blew me away by some of the things that I made. I remember at the end of 2005, I made a bunch of videos, if you will. But actually, about the end of 2005 into 2006, I started making a lot of videos, and I started mostly doing them in 2006, to be exact. And I did more of them, and the first couple of videos that I did really blew me away. As a matter of fact, when I started sharing them with people online, it's like they couldn't believe what was going on, what they were seeing. As a matter of fact, one of the videos I made was called Broken. It basically featured the song Broken, that duet between I can't think of the two people that do it, that girl singer from, I think, I can't think of that group right now, but the group that sang Bring Me to Life. And that lead singer for that Sither group, I think. I don't know. I can't really think of it right now. But I remember I did the video. I remember I used that song because I listened to that song. To me, it's like it was perfect for what I had in mind. And what I had in mind was to do a fan vid, if you will, AMV comic vid, centered around the relationship between Sonic the Hedgehog and Princess Sally. Because at the time in the comic, Sonic and Sally's relationship had basically torn itself apart. So I thought, what better song to go with that than Broken? And I remember the first time I shared it at various sites, that it got basically a lot of hits. In fact, it got more hits than I think any video I had put on before or after. And it really amazed me. I think it's because I put it on at the time that this was taking place, and there was a lot of fans that found it interesting, and a lot of fans actually considered it to be one of the most legendary videos that anybody's ever made. And there were other videos that I made after it as well. As a matter of fact, some were based still, like I said, on the comic. I did songs like, for Princess Sally, I did songs like Listen, for the relationship of Bunny and Antron, of When I First Saw You. In fact, I even did some other videos as well that weren't really comic related. I did some what is known as photo vids, or picture vids, where you take pictures and fan art that fans and basically steal images that were captured from television, if not DVD, and put them together in a song. And I did that for characters like Gadget from the Rescue Rangers. I did that for the Rescue Rangers show itself. With songs like Forever Your Girl, which was for Gadget, and Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now for the Rescue Rangers. I did a few comic vids, if you will, on the webcomic of Mice and Mayhem, which was a Rescue Ranger webcomic done by Chris Fisher. And I used the songs Find Yourself, which centered around the relationship of Chip and Gadget, and I think a little bit of Dale and Foxglove. That was basically centered as basically the center part of that comic. And then I used Bring Me to Life, which kind of looked at dark aspects, if you will, of that web comic, and things like that. But and then later on, I started doing some comic fan vids or something like that for the Berenstain Bears. I scanned some pictures from the Big Chapter book series and the First Time book series, and I used songs like Here Without You, which was sort of like a dedication to Stan Berenstain. That song, along with Hurt, like I said, was a dedication to Stan Berenstain because he had passed away. And I actually got the inspiration to do those songs because they were used as tributes to the late great Eddie Guerrero by WWE. So anyway, I did that, add those, and I used ULED for those. And then when I used the Windows Movie Maker, I used songs like Eye to Eye and Stand Out, and I believe and This Is Life. So those were so basically I used a lot on them, and I even did a tribute to Hanna-Barbera. Both Joe Barbera and Bill Hanna were called The Rose, with the song The Rose by Bette Midler, and people love that. In fact, I've got a few people that told me they work in animation that actually enjoyed the video that I made because it was a fitting tribute, and the song was fit perfectly with it. But yeah, getting back to the question, 2006 was the year I started doing them, mostly at the end of 2005 into 2006. And I started making the fan vids on the comics and things comic related.